Okay. Good morning, students. Today we will be discussing one of your workshop practical, that is machining. Machining basically is removal of material from the job. We have two things involved in machining. One is your job, from which material is to be removed to give a proper shape, and this material is removed with the help of a tool, and there is a relative motion between the tool and the workpiece, and this relative motion removes the material. So in machining there are different types of machining, and there are different machines for material removal. Today we will be discussing the turning operation. Turning operation, basically it is used to prepare a cylindrical shape of job. Any job that is of cylindrical shape or conical shape, that is prepared by the operation turning, and that turning operation that is done on a machine, that machine is called lathe machine. And today we will be demonstrating the turning operation on lathe machine today. So what we have in front of us is this is a typical lathe machine. So in lathe machine, as I said, that we have relative motion between the workpiece and the shoulder. This is the workpiece, and we have to give the cylindrical shape to this workpiece, and this is the tool, and this tool moves relative to this workpiece and gives the shape to this. So we are moving this tool relative to workpiece, and you will see that the diameter of this job is being reduced, and we are getting a job of reduced required diameter in this. So material is removed, and this is the basic turning operation involved in this. Now to achieve this in this machine, we have different parts. So what we will do is we will discuss different parts of the machine. So to give the rotational motion to this workpiece, this workpiece is tied on this work holding device. So this part of this machine is called headstock. This headstock, basically it has a motor that drives. We have a pulley arrangement. Through this the power comes, the power comes to this shaft, and this shaft rotates, and on this there is a work holding device. This is called chuck, and on this chuck we hold the workpiece. So there are three. These are called jaws. These jaws hold the workpiece. So we fix the workpiece in this jaw, and we tighten it with the help of this key. So now when this chuck will rotate, so it will rotate this workpiece. So this is the function of this headstock. Now another part of this is tailstock. The purpose, because when we apply this tool on this for cutting the workpiece, it applies a force in this direction, in radial direction. So this will have a tendency to bend this jaw. So to hold it, to provide support to this, so that the job is not bent, what we do is we support it, we put a support on this with the help of this part. This is called tail stalk. On this tail stalk we have this one supporting device. This is called dead center. Dead center because this part does not rotate. This rotates, there is a hole. We fix this, and this part does not rotate, but it provides support to this. So when we apply a force, this part is supported. So this part is called tail stalk. So this is head stalk, this is tail stalk, and this part, this complete is called bed. The purpose of bed is to provide support to head stalk and tail stalk, and there are these two, they provide the surface for the motion of this tail stalk and this part. This part on which we fix the tool, this is called tool post. Now on this tool post we fix the tool. This tool is fixed. So we have a tool fixing arrangement. On this is what we call single point cutting tool. The material of this cutting tool has to be harder than this. Generally, the materials what used for preparing this cutting tool is high speed steel, HSS, or high speed steel, and we use ceramic tool. Okay, so different materials which has got hardness more than this workpiece, they are used to prepare this tool. Now we fix this tool on this tool post. So this tool post is fixed. Next is that we have to give the motion to this tool to get the desired shape. So this motion is given with the help of this arrangement. This complete arrangement is called carriage. So this complete arrangement is carriage. So this complete arrangement is called carriage, and the purpose of carriage is to provide motion to this tool post so that tool gets motion. So this carriage, it is mounted on this screw. This is called lead screw. This lead screw, this is when it rotates. So on the thread of this there is a nut inside. So when this rotates, the nut on this, it moves in this direction or this direction. So with the help of that, this carriage, it moves in axial direction, in this direction or this direction. So this is carriage. Now to provide the depth of cut, how much depth we want, how much radius we want to reduce of this workpiece, this is done with the help of this motion, radial motion of the tool post, and this is given with the help of this arrangement. So this arrangement is called cross slide. So we give cross, and the motion in this direction, this is called cross feed. So we give feed to there are two feed given, means feed given to this tool. There are two types of feed. One is along this direction, along the radial direction, that is called cross feed. So this is cross feed, and the motion given parallel to the axis, so that how much length we want to cut, this is given by this. So this is called longitudinal feed. So we get longitudinal feed. So longitudinal feed means how much length we will cut, and cross feed is how much depth we want to take. So with the help of these two, we get the desired diameter of this workpiece. So, and this complete arrangement, this is called carriage. And this carriage, it is covered on this cover is called apron. So this is in nutshell the important parts of this lathe machine, and with the help of this we do the turning operation. And when we will do the job, when we will cut whatever job is given to you, when we will prepare this, at that time we will discuss what are the different operations performed on this machine. The job assigned to you is to prepare a tensile test piece. Okay. So whatever is named, basically you have to prepare a job of a given shape and a given dimension. So this is the job that you have to prepare. Okay. And the starting material, the raw material will be a rod like this. So from this, doing the turning operation on these different operations, finally you have to prepare this job. Okay. This is all tensile test piece, because whatever the job, whatever the final outcome of your job, whatever the final job will be, we do not want to waste this material, and whatever you have prepared, the same this sample, it will be used by you in higher semester to calculate the strength of the material of this. So in different machine, there is a machine called universal testing machine. In strength of material or mechanics of solid subject, you will study how we calculate the strength of this and the Young's modulus of this and different elastic parameters of this material. So for that we need a job of specific dimension of this shape, this job. So same thing you will be using in the universal testing machine to calculate the tensile strength of this material. So this name is given tensile test piece. So, but here your purpose is to prepare a final job like this from this raw material. So the job, different dimensions of this job will be, so we have got, so this is the final job. So total length of the job has to be 292 millimeter. So on both ends, the diameter has to be 19 mm diameter up to the length of 64 mm. So 64 mm on both sides, the diameter has to be 19 mm. Then for 140 mm, there has to be diameter of 15 mm. So this length from here to here, it has to be 15 mm. From here to here, this has to be 19 mm. And there will be a gradual reduction of diameter from 19 mm to 15 mm in a radius of 12 mm. So there has to be a profile radius of 12 mm cut on a length of 12 mm from 19 to 15 mm. So this is the dimension that we have to prepare from this material, this raw material given to you. And the size of this, the given material is, the length is greater than 292. There will be the raw material, this length is slightly greater, it is 295, around 295 mm length, and the diameter of this rod, it is 25 mm. So from a rod of 25 mm dia and 295 mm length, we have to prepare this job. So we will have to reduce the length from 295 to 292 and the diameter from 25 mm to 19 mm up to certain length, and then 15 mm up to certain length, and then a radius of 12 mm at these two ends. So we have to do this, and we have to do it on our lathe machine. So we will do different operations, we will see how we do different operations, and finally from this material we make this test piece. So we are making this flat face, and we are using, see, the cross feed, means the tool is moved in this direction to cut the material in radial direction, so that we get a cross feed, and the final result is we will get a flat face. So now, so you will see that we have got finally a flat face of this workpiece. So this operation of preparing this flat end face, that is called facing operation on the lathe machine. So this is the facing operation. And now our next operation will be, as I had earlier during the introduction of the machine said, that by this tail stalk, थोड़ा सा ये अंदर ले लीजिए, by this tail stalk we have to support this workpiece, because the length of the workpiece, length of this will be too long, so it will be deflected. So to stop this, we have to provide support at this end with the help of this conical thing. So for the support, we need a hole here in the center of this workpiece. Like in our final job, in this job, you will see that on this side there is a hole. Now this hole, basically it fits here, and the support is. So next operation is to prepare a hole in this, at the center of this face. This operation is called centering. So now next we will do the centering operation. For this we need a different tool. So we will remove this support. This is called dead center. We will remove it, and we will provide a tool here. That tool will be provided, and that tool will make a hole there. So to do this operation, to make a hole and then enlarge this hole, making the hole is called centering, and then enlarging this is called countersinking. So we will do two operations, centering and countersinking. So for that we need a special type of tool to prepare the hole and enlarging it. So this tool is called countersinking tool, a countersink. With the help of this, we do the centering and countersinking operation. So for that, we remove the support, this dead center support, from the tail stalk, and in the tail stalk, this tool is fixed. So this is an operation on lathe machine in which the tool is not fixed on the tool post. The cutting tool is fixed on the tail stalk to do the operation. Now this tail stalk, it is moved there, and we will do the operation. We will make the hole there in the center with the help of this countersinking tool. Now this tool is fixed. So the operation, it is started. The feed is provided with the movement of this spindle of the tailstock. Now when this is moved, the workpiece is rotated and the hole is prepared there. Now the hole has been prepared. So this countersinking operation, centering and countersinking operation, this is over. Now we will remove this material, and our next operation will be to mark the length, that final from the 295 mm. Finally we have to prepare a workpiece of 292 mm. So we will mark the length of 292 mm and we will reduce rest of the material so that our the raw stock will be of the length of 292 mm. So our next operation is to do the marking, measurement and marking of the job, so that if this is the length, now finally we have to prepare a length of 292 mm. So we will do, with this end we have made flat by facing operation. So first thing is we will do the marking of 292 mm with the help of steel rule. So this is the, now by same facing operation on this side, what we have done on this side, we will do the facing operation and we will remove this much material so that our final length will be 292 mm. So we have length now we have achieved. Next is we have to reduce the diameters at different length by different. So next is that we need to know what is the initial diameter, starting diameter, so that how much material, how much reduction in diameter will be done. So this is done with the help of this is called outside caliper, and with the help of outside caliper and steel rule we will measure the diameter of this. Hopefully it will 25.
25.
So it is, we do, it is around, not, it is 25 mm. So the diameter of this rod is 25 mm. So we start with, this operation, this is called marking, measuring and marking. So we have done the marking, now we will fix it and we will do the next operation. Next क्या करते हैं इसको?
Marking करने को turning.
Next we will do the turning operation, that is reduction in diameter on this. As we had seen that we have to, up to certain length, this length is
64.
Up to 64 mm. The diameter has to be 19 mm. So from both ends, this will be up to 64 mm, this has to be 19 mm, then there has to be a radius, and then again up to certain length there has to be a diameter of 15 mm. So for different lengths we will do the marking. So from here, this will be 19 mm diameter up to this length. Then there will be a radius of 12 mm, then again from here to here there will be a length diameter of 15 mm, and then there will be a radius of 12 mm, and then again diameter of 19 mm. So we have done the marking is complete. Next we will put it on the lathe machine and do the turning operation so that we get the final dimension. Now we will fix this workpiece on our lathe machine. So see what I said, the roll of this tail stock and support by this dead center. Now if this was not there, then this workpiece, when we will cut, this would have been deflected. So to stop that, we put this support on the of the tail stock spindle on the earth. This is called dead center. With the help of dead center, we provide support to the workpiece. Now the workpiece is tight. Now next, our next operation is we will start reducing the diameter along the length. But how much diameter to be reduced? So whatever diameter is to be reduced, this is given in the form of cross movement of this workpiece. That is called cross feed. So we before the cutting, we decide that how much the cut, how much that is cross feed, that is called depth of cut. How much depth of cut is given to this tool on this workpiece. Now, what will be the depth of cut? It is decided by, suppose this is our original diameter of, this is our original diameter. Ajay Maltu ji, this is the original diameter of the workpiece. This is the original diameter of the workpiece. Now we want to reduce from this diameter up to this diameter. We want to reduce the diameter from, this is original diameter is D1, and the final diameter we want to make it up to this diameter. This is a diameter D2. So D1, D2, D2. Now, so the tool has to move from here to here during cutting. So we will remove this much material from one side. So the depth of cut, that is equal to D1 minus D2 by 2. Now this is depth of cut. Now from here in our case, we have to reduce from 25 mm to 19 mm. So 25 minus 19 is 6, 6 by 2 is 3. But complete 3 mm of material cannot be removed in single cut, because every material has got its limitation strength. So tool has got the tool has got a limited strength. If we remove this much material in single cut, then there will be a large load on the tool, there will be a large load on the machine, there will be a large load on the workpiece. So the chances are that either the tool will get damaged, or the workpiece will get damaged, or the machine will get damaged. So we do not remove complete material in single cut. So what we do is we run the tool and we remove small material up to complete length in one cut. So small material is removed in one cut. Then again we give, in second cut, we again give some depth of cut. So in second cut, certain material will be removed. Then we give third cut, then that material. So in repeated depth of cut, from the initial diameter, we come to the final diameter. Okay? And what will be depth of cut? It is decided by the strength, the hardness of the workpiece, the hardness of the tool, the strength of the tool, the dimensions and the parameters of the machine. So these things decides what will be the depth of cut, and depending, so we give a certain depth of cut and then we move the tool in longitudinal direction and the material is removed. So we repeat this operation 3 times, 4 times, so that we get the diameter from the initial to the final diameter. बतला देते हैं इसको. So our next, the operation that we are going to do is that on the workpiece, final workpiece, on the final workpiece, you see, as in the starting I had said, from here to here, the length is 140 mm and diameter is 15 mm. So first thing that we will do is, we will prepare up to a length of 140 mm, a dia of 15 mm up to a length of 140 mm. So on this, the marking is done. So from this mark up to this mark, we will, from 25 mm dia, we will reduce it to 15 mm dia by the, and this operation is called, because we are preparing a cylindrical, so we will prepare the job, and the from this to this, the length will be 15 mm. Length will be 140 mm and diameter will be 15 mm. And this operation is called straight turning. So we will do the straight turning operation now. So for this, we will give the cross feed to the tool. We will give the cross feed and we will start. We are giving the cross feed to the tool so that we have given the cross feed, we have got certain depth of cut. Now we will move it along the axis. So this is called longitudinal feed. Now we will give the longitudinal feed to the tool, cutting tool, and the material will be removed along the length of the workpiece. Now we have come to the near end of our marking. So one longitudinal straight cut is now over. So next we will give more depth of cut, and now we will move the tool from this direction to this direction. So again it will start reducing the diameter. So this is our second cut given to the job. Now along the length, we will come up to this length. Now the diameter will be. So we will repeat this operation many times So finally we get from 25 mm diameter to 15 mm diameter. So we will repeat this operation from this end to this end, then this end to this end, then this end to this end. So in this way we will get 25 mm diameter. When we have given the cuts, repeated longitudinal cuts, then when we see that we are nearly close to the diameter of 19 mm, then we take a measurement and check whether any more cut is required or not. So with the help of outside caliper, we check the diameter. So diameter is slightly more than 19 mm. So it means one final cut is required so that we get the diameter of 19 mm. So we will give one final cut. The difference is there the diameter was 19.5. So the depth of cut will be 0.25 mm. So from the cross slide, here we will give a depth of cut of 0.25 mm, and so depth of cut, so it will reduce the diameter to finally diameter to 19 mm. So we will reduce the diameter to 19 mm. So now we are coming to the end of our final cut, and this diameter is reduced to 19 mm. So this operation is complete. Now our next operation will be, now this diameter is reduced to 19 mm. Next we have to reduce from here up to this length, and on this side, so this side we will have to remove this job and turn it in this way. Then only we can make it this time. So our next will be to make the diameter from here to here 15 mm. The length is 64 mm. So on a length of 64 mm, we have to reduce the diameter to 15 mm. Okay. So next we will start turning, straight turning from this end to this end, and diameter from 25 mm to 15 mm. So next operation is the straight turning again from diameter 25 mm to 15 mm. Let's start. The same operation is repeated, but at different location. एक कट और लगेगा, चेक कर ठीक। हाँ बस मेजर कर चेक कर। So finally we are getting the diameter from this length up to this length, a diameter of 19 mm. So here the diameter is of 15 mm, and from this length to this length a diameter of 19 mm. So we have this from the straight turning operation on these two ends, we have achieved a diameter from 25 mm to a diameter of 19 mm here, and to diameter of 15 mm in this part. Our next part is, here the diameter is 15 mm. Now we will reduce the diameter of this part to 19 mm. Okay, so we will, from this part, we will reduce the diameter from 25 mm to 19 mm. So our next operation is to reduce the diameter of this end from 25 mm to 19 mm. So finally, we have reduced the diameter of this part also from 25 mm to 19 mm. So we have got a job now. Earlier it was a uniform cylinder of 25 mm from this end to this end. Now we have got up to this length, the diameter is 19 mm. Now from here to here, the diameter is 19 mm, and this up to this length, the diameter is 15 mm. Now this portion, because it is holding it is under the jaw of the chuck, so we are not able to do machining. So this portion will be machined when we will open this job. Finally, at last, when we will open this job, then this portion will be done. So now this portion is done. Now if we see our job, if we see, if we keep the job here, now see the diameter, this is 19 mm final, this is our final job. So diameter here is 19 mm, diameter here is 19 mm, this is 15 mm. So we have achieved 19 mm diameter and 25 mm. But here there is a radius of 12 mm cut. There is no step reduction from 19 mm to 15 mm. There is gradual reduction of radius 12 mm. So this radius is to be cut. Now this radius cutting, this radius is of 12 mm. If we see the drawing of the job, this is 12 R. So this radius is to be of 12 mm. Now this radius cutting we do with the help of another. The tool for that is different. That tool is called radius tool. Now, see here, this is the shape of the tool. It is pointed tool. Now, this tool is of a shape here. There is a radius cut at the tip of the tool. Now, this radius is of 12 mm. So, when this portion, this will move when in the radial direction, when it will remove the removed material will be of 12 mm radius. So we will cut the radius here with the help of this tool. This is called radius tool, radius profile tool. So this is a radius profile tool of radius 12 mm. So with the help of this tool, we will cut the radius at these two ends of 12 mm. So we will remove this tool and we will fix this tool. We will do the marking. Marking is done. 12 mm. Up to a length of 12 mm, we have to cut the radius on both ends. This marking is done. Now with the help of this radius tool, we will cut the दीजिए, हो गया उतना ज़्यादा। So on this end also we will cut a radius of 12 mm. So now we have got the job here at these two ends. The radius is of 12 mm. 12 mm. This is 19 mm. This is 15 mm. So we have got near about whatever was our job given to us to be prepared. Now we have prepared. Only this much portion is left. The diameter of this portion is 25 mm still, because we have not done machining here. So now what we will do is, we will remove this, we will turn this in this direction. Now hold the workpiece here. This part will go into the jaw, and we will do the machining, and we will remove the material from this end and make the diameter 19 mm here. ठीक, चलिए हो गया। हटाइए, अब इसको हटाइए, और क्या हटा करके इधर कर दीजिए, दिखा दीजिए। बतला देते। Now the next task is, as we had done, to make this face flat, we do the facing operation. So now we will do facing operation on this side. We will measure we will do the facing operation. Facing operation, just facing कर दीजिए। हो गया। Now our job is complete. Now we will remove, निकालिए से बाहर। See, this is the final job that we have prepared, the tensile test piece. What we had earlier, our target was this. Now we have prepared this tensile test piece from the given rod. So this, now one last operation that is to be done on this is, because we have done cutting, so this surface is rough. To remove this roughness, we do the filing operation. So with the help of a file, we remove the burrs with this rough portion of this with the help of filing operation. So we will do finally filing operation on this, so that we get a good surface finish on the workpiece. So in this way, we have seen different operations that we could do on a lathe machine, and we could prepare a given job on the lathe machine. Thank you.